You probably know Sphero as the company behind connected robots like the BB-8, Lightning McQueen, and the Sphero Mini. But now the company is in transition, making robots that are more about creating than just acting as toys, like the new $150 Bolt. We're at Sphero's Design Center in Boulder, Colorado, where we got an early look at the Bolt as it was being developed and refined. It's also where the company develops and prototypes new products amid playful reminders of their greatest hits so far. Sphero's first big product for teachers and students was Spark, where kids can code and learn how to control the robot from the app.
And you can start even with no experience. You can just draw lines to get it to move. You can drag blocks that represent code, or you can actually write the actual code in a text editor. So it's really scalable from really young kids all the way up to like university.
Bolt is more sophisticated than Spark. There's an 8x8 LED matrix that can be programmed to display animations, real-time data, or even just play a game of Snake. If you have multiple bolts, they communicate with infrared. In a game like Pac-Man, for example, the ghost ball automatically chases the Pac-Man ball as you drive it around the room. The ball can find north like a compass, and it's also waterproof, plus the inductive charging pod gives the battery around 2 hours of playtime.
So we're taking a swing in the pendulum is what we call it here internally. And we don't like to say toys or education anymore. We like to say entertainment and towards creators. So for a while we were making entertainment devices like BB-8, R2-D2, Lightning McQueen and Spider-Man they were amazing products, but they weren't as really focused on being creative. They were focused on interacting with a story. But we learned a lot about robotics through that. We learned a lot about bringing things to life. We learned a lot about characters and people's play patterns. And so we're really happy with our entertainment value, right? So like what we do entertainment-wise, we got really good at that. We also realized that the value for us is like building creators, the people who use our product to make something else.
It takes many moving parts to make a rolling robot. This is the electronics room where the products start life.
So this is all the equipment you actually need, microscopes. I know that sounds crazy. 99% of our soldering is under microscope. It's all, if you look at these parts on here, you're putting all of these little super tiny pieces on by hand. In this particular space we built Bolt and Mini. So both of those all the way through their electrical engineering and design work built in here. This is probably the worst station for any robot to come upon. This is our electrostatic testing station. So this is an ESD gun, and it goes at like 50,000 volts or something, and we put robots on this big metal table and we shock the crap out of them. But it's important because the robots go through a lot and you don't want them to create electricity inside of the ball. It was much worse on like R2-D2. Because you have R2-D2 sitting here and like a little metal pad on him, and they're like, they're like,
A big part of Sphero's appeal is how each robot has a different personality, whether that's sounds,
what do sprinters eat before,
expressions, or movements. Bolt doesn't have a speaker, but it is something the company is looking at for future rolling robots.
We have some cool samples and prototypes of ways to vibrate the shell to make it become a speaker, a robot ball that can then talk to you. So, oh, hi, Mom. It would just get amazing. But that's probably one that we're still working on there.
And Sphero isn't the only one trying to merge cute robots with coding credentials. There's the Vector and Cosmo bots from Anki that have screens to express emotions, plus integrated microphones and speakers so you can talk to them. But Sphero is aiming much more for the classroom than the home.
3, 2, 1, go!
The company's trying to teach us that having fun and learning isn't mutually exclusive.
You're just too happy. Look at that.
I don't think you passed the line.
No, I think you win.
I win.
Well done.
I got 2.
You win fair and square.
Fair and square.
High five.
Yes.